Aquarius. Let's have a look first and foremost at love and see what comes up for you, Aquarius, in regards to love. Okay. Okay, there's definitely the concept of moving on or moving forward in a situation, because the Six of Swords is here, which is all about transitioning into a new phase. So a lot of you are entering a new phase in your relationships, Aqua. You might be entering a new relationship in the month. You might be exploring a new connection, or you might be leaving behind someone or a relationship as well, okay? I don't know if it's directly connected to things that are painful or traumatic. The reason why I say that is because the Ten of Swords has come up, which can often indicate betrayals or pains or things, you know, layers that we need to shed because it's been toxic, because it's been overwhelming. You know, whatever it is that's been happening here with the Ten of Swords. And this could be you. Okay, there's a lot of air energy here. In regards to love, you've got the 3 here and the 1 that came up in the general. So again, I feel like power is in your, or you've got control. I don't know if you are the one to hurt another person, okay? And I sort of mentioned that, but there can be pain. Pain especially caused by communication, lack of, or something that's expressed and tends to be quite hurtful, whether it's been kept hidden, whether it's finally come out. Words can be painful. Be careful, words are sharp. The Queen of Swords is here this month in regards to communication and your love relationships. But look, there is an ending of something. Now, for some of you, it's not necessarily leaving a connection behind. It's leaving behind the pressure. It's leaving behind the burdensome energy. It's leaving behind the things that killed your relationship. Toxic habits, jealousy, insecurities, addictions, anything that was sort of detrimental towards your relationship, your marriage, your connection. You might be leaving that behind and transitioning away from that, moving away from it with that the Six of Swords energy, improving the situation, going from rocky and turbulent to peaceful and clear. So maybe you're entering a peaceful healing stage in your relationship. Maybe there's redemption, okay, with the Star card. Someone wants to redeem themselves. Time for you to redeem yourself here, Aquarius, as well. The good news is there's a lot of stability coming up around you with the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. This can be stubbornness, but I also feel like it's stability. It might be coming from an earth sign, a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. These messages might be heightened. Even if you're not dealing with one of these signs, the Pentacles coming up here could most certainly indicate a few different things. If we have a look at the 4, it can be withdrawal and holding something close. Now, 2 4s, so I don't know if the next 4 weeks are going to be a little bit, you might see things pull back a little bit in a connection, okay? A person pull back, their behavior will be reversed, okay? They might close off a bit. And look, a lot might be have something to do with money or career for them. So don't jump to conclusions. Don't jump the gun if you don't know what it's about, Aqua, because it could be things that are completely external to the relationship. So before you jump to conclusions, it might be wise to consider that. But there is someone holding on to you here. So this could even be clingy behavior, okay? There might be clingy behavior physically. You might be receiving a lot of affection. But I do feel with that dual energy that came up with the Page of Cups and the Moon card, it can be someone who's going to go from one extreme to another. So I feel like it's an expectancy for you this month to see some extremely lovey-dovey, sensitive, beautiful, you know, love-filled exhibited behavior in one aspect. But then on the other side of the spectrum, be prepared to see the distancing, you know, someone cooling their jets, someone closing off, and things of that nature here. The Queen of Pentacles is almost reminding us that we need to accept a sense of maturity. I don't know if this is about ourselves or someone we're dealing with, but the Queen of Pentacles can indicate there's a message here. You might be needing to find someone who's ready to give you the ultimate stability. And the Queen of Pentacles, as the last queen of the deck, she's seen a lot, she's done a lot, she's been around, okay? She's been around, she's been there, done that, she's experienced a lot. It's shaped her to be how she is. And she's finally at a stage where she wants that stability. She can no longer go and do the back and forth. She's surpassed that, okay? It's not that she's too good for that, but she's been there. She's experienced it all. She's learnt from it. and she knows what she wants. So it could be a message here that you're dealing with an energy that's immature, or you're going through a phase that you've already been through, Aquarius, or you might be exhibiting this sort of behavior to someone you're dealing with and they might not be having it. Okay, you might display some behavior, it might put them off. They might not be very intrigued because they might have had a partner like you already, or they might have done it 5 months ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago. They might have been involved in a similar situation, and what they learned from it was you know, changing in regards to their relationships. So that could also be a message coming up here. But for others, the Queen of Pentacles can mean finding stability with the mate and laying down roots. You can see all these root, you know, these deep vines, the roots behind her here. So this is establishing a base. So for a lot of you, it could mean moving in with someone or meeting someone who is ready to lay down roots. And whatever that means, have children, join someone as a family, have a parental figure in the home, move in together, you know, travel together. Everyone's definition of stability is different, but there could be, you know, the fact that you've got that energy around you does show there's someone potentially here. There could also be someone you work with who's romantically interested in you, almost like you can see him presenting his face. So they're very fixated on you, or they see you in passing, or they talk with you. And you know, the Queen of Swords can be an initiative, can be an approach. So you might notice someone reaching out a lot, and anything to do with online or dating connections, that could be going quite successful for you. Let's move on and have a look at your career though, and see what comes up, Aqua, in terms of business or finance or things that are happening in the creative realm for you, around you, or happening to you. Okay, money coming in, which is really good with the Nine of Pentacles. Money, resources, check advances, incentives, bonuses, or unexpected funds. With the Nine of Pentacles, this is very nice. This is a message of taking things one day at a time. Absolutely fantastic here. Nine of Pentacles could also be resources coming to you. Paperwork, people, recruitment, you know, accumulating resources for a self-startup, something like this, but resources in the physical realm coming to you, which is fantastic here. Possible promotion, a Leo, Scorpio coming in around you. Possible promotion with the Queen of Wands. She's very powerful. She's also a born leader. There might be a leadership role opening up. You might be applying for a management or a senior role, or you need to be more open. Okay, or a more open relationship will exist with your seniors, with leaders around you as well. So that's a very, very good sign. Queen of Wands gets things done. She's very, very motivated. She achieves a lot. She does a lot. So for a lot of you, that's coming up quite strongly, okay, which is really, really good. Really good motivated energy here. You might have to put something in the past here though, Aqua. I'm not going to lie. You've got the Death card, the Five of Cups. This is major energies of walking away from a situation, a career path, or something you've been doing that's no longer serving you. I feel like it could be the last straw in a workplace situation or in a business, where things just, a project falls apart, relationships or connections with other people that you work with, a project, and you might be wanting to walk away from something here. Okay, so for some of you, you might take a step back, you might walk away, someone that you might be involved with in a project might walk away from your business, from the company, but you will be saying goodbye to something or someone at least. Because the Death card is here, this is transition, transformation, yes. Also massive endings. But it's big projects or career paths. It's not minor endings, it's major endings. Again, that theme of an end of an era is coming up. But I do feel with the Death card, there can be Scorpio energy. Now, Scorpio energy is quite mysterious, quite elusive. It tends to keep to itself. But I do want to say with the Death card here and the Star card exposes everything. So something that was hidden under wraps, maybe was happening behind the scenes, is going to be made public knowledge. It might be like a business launch. It might be an announcement of some kind, whether it affects you directly or not. Something that was sort of, it's been behind the scenes for quite some time and is going to come to public knowledge. People will become aware of it, or you at least will become aware of that. And it could be like someone's planning to leave the company, you know, it could be that there's a major restructure, but it's more to do with major things that could change your career path. But look, there will be times where things slip through your fingers here. It can be quite emotional, yes, but it's important to move on with the Death card and see how you can move forward. Okay, the Queen of Wands is very innovative, so there might be situations here that require you to be extra creative. You know, don't fret. There's always options, Aqua. We just need to figure out what these options are, but there's always another approach. Sometimes we need to take a detour. Sometimes we need to not necessarily give up on things, but sometimes we need to give things a break. We need to gain a different perspective, reflection, and, you know, get our creative juices flowing again and then take on an opportunity when the universe allows us to have that opportunity once again. So for a lot of you, it could be involving whatever's happening in your creative or career. You do have all the water signs here. You've got Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So I'm wondering if it's quite an emotional month in terms of career. Look, there might be a situation here. Be careful with gossip and scandal. You might get in trouble, or there might be something you're involved in directly. You might be spoken to, or you might be extracted for information, extracted as a witness, as a source, or to back up someone's account of something as well. But it could involve a few people, and be careful what you say and who you're saying it to, because gossip is going to travel, word of mouth, and things are going to be blown out of proportion here as well. So there could be quite a dramatic effect in the workplace. But I think it's involving you, Aqua. Again, I feel like you're in the hot seat, or you're in the middle of it. Am I surprised? No. But the fact that it's come up here, just be mindful of how you're communicating to people, how considerate you're being, how sensitive you're being, because I feel like this could be a somewhat sensitive issue for you in the month. I will leave your reading at that, though. Thank you again for tuning in.